Guys, we decided that in the interests of I don't know what, we're going to go caving. I think, oh my lord. Right, I think the first thing we'll do is let's turn this lava to obsidian. That's it. We'll leave that there, and then if we go up first,
Oh, did I drop
like these caves?
my iron pickaxe or something? Did I give that to you? I probably did. I think I dropped it.
I can't see it. There's nothing up here. This is a dead end.
Aw.
Okay, that's all right. So let's put some more water down. We've got a light up behind us because the water always washes off the torch. And now we're going to have to, I thought this was a huge cave system. It's turned out to be one small cave. Huh. Oh, well, so much for clearing out this. This is just a cave. And it's nothing.
That's typical. The one time we actually go to clear out a cave, it's not there. And when we just go to do some plain mining, we end up going caving and getting ourselves killed. And, or at least I do.
Oh, there's some coal there. It may just be coal, but let's take it. That's good.
Oop, nice.
Yep.
Aha.
Put a light up there. Okay, right. In that case, oh, let's take the pickaxe with us. Yanni, are you carrying...
Am I carrying what?
No, it's all right. I'm taking the chest with me. I think it keeps catching fire on the lava.
Ah.
Now, we've cleared this out, haven't we? But let's just make sure we've got everything out of this ravine. And then I think we need to actually do some branch mining.
Yeah, we do. Well, we kind of do because we need diamonds.
Yeah, we need diamonds.
So.
Okay, then we have to just mine for diamonds.
Oh yes.
Right.
But we haven't done that in a while, so.
No.
And shouldn't we do that up near where we thought there would be slimes? Actually, how do you said something about a while ago that you could. There was some way that you could kind of find the slimes, not just randomly, but going online or something?
Yes, there is a website where you can put in your map and it will tell you whether you've got slimes or not.
Put in your map?
Yeah, I think it's you put in the map seed.
Oh, okay, yeah, that way. And then it will tell. Oh, okay, so instead of finding it randomly, then it, yeah. Oh, so sometimes you might have a map seed and there wouldn't be any slimes at all?
Yeah, we've got a real mess down here, Yanni. What have...
How did that happen? I think it was the last time we were doing mining when we did some branch mining, and I don't remember why this hole is here.
I mean, I looked down this corridor and thought it would be a normal mining corridor.
I think we were mining obsidian down here, actually. I think that's why it looks so.
That's right.
I think that's why it looks like such a mess. But
oh my lord! There's a whole lava fall. Oh, this takes us into our canyon, doesn't it? That's right. Oh yes, I know where we are now.
Oh yes. Yeah, I have no idea where you are, but.
Okay.
Oh, there's lava down there.
Yeah, I think we'd do better to do straightforward branch mining. I'm coming back to you.
Yeah. Well, we were kind of doing it here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we just need to continue in this direction.
That's right. So I think this is the one we're doing. So if we.
Yeah. But we wanted to do it to the other side too, didn't we?
Yeah, we
did. It kind of just got messed up. How big do we want this hallway? I'm gonna make this as big as the other one, so it kind of matches up, I think. There we go. So we kind of have this long, straight hallway underneath here. That kind of matches up with the other one.
That looks good to me.
There we go.
That looks good to me. Right. And I'm going to go down this way.
Well, I'm kind of just using this new iron pickaxe that we got.
The efficiency one?
Yeah.
Good. Makes sense.
There isn't really anything special that we wanted for, apart from just that it's handy to use, because usually you just want diamond pickaxe, but
Yeah, don't forget to light the tunnels as you go.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I happen to have an arm pickaxe with me.
So distracted. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. And kind of, yeah. Focus. Where do I need to go? I need to go here. And yep.
Do you know, when we were last talking, you told me something that really...
you
said you get used to the different voices that you hear when you read comments, and you said that you get used to different people with their comments, and you told me that in your head people begin to have, because they write in a consistent way and they sort of same words and things like that, you were saying that you started to feel that you knew people extremely well who commented on your video, and that you could almost hear their voices at some point. Is that right?
No, it's more like if you already know their voice.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well,
like if you know someone's voice and you've spoken to them, kind of like if I read something when you write to me on Discord, I hear your voice in my head. Yeah. Like, because I already know what it sounds like. But on the other hand, you're completely right that I feel like, especially some of my viewers, that I get to know them so well. And even if I don't know their voice, they still have their own way of writing comments. They have, some of them have the most amazing humor. Yeah. And they have, their own, just their own sense of humor. And it's just so familiar to me now because, it feels like you develop this relationship with them. Yeah. Somehow, because they have their own special way about them. And even though I haven't seen them or even talked to them, then they still have like a presence to me when I read their comments. It's like I get a specific feeling about that person because we kind of have a history. Yeah. Even though we're just kind of talking in comments, But it's
you have an amazing bunch of supporters.
Oh, I do.
Really sweet.
Like I say, I have the most amazing. I have the best subscribers in the world.
I'm sure everybody would say that.
Oh yes, but they don't have mine. Well, some of them do. You have some of my subscribers too.
I do.
We have a lot of people in common. So
yeah, I think people who like watching you like watching me, or put up with me. And I think that it's pretty well
the way you can say things sometimes.
What?
I'm pretty sure they don't just put up with you.
I'm not everyone's tea.
Well, neither am I. I do get comments sometimes where people are like, "Oh, but you should do things this way, or you should do things that way, or why don't you do this, or why don't you do that?" And I'm like,
"That's different. That's just advice."
Well, not all of them. Trust me.
No.
I've also had some really telling me off, kind of, because I don't do things the way they want me to.
Oh dear.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm not getting paid for doing this. I may be a YouTuber, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to get big enough and monetize my videos. And these days, it's really hard to get, any money out of being a YouTuber unless you start doing Patreon pages and have merchandise and
donations.
Yeah, you have to really go out of your way to make money out of this, especially as a small YouTuber. Like, I don't get paid for this. So I kind of really get offended when someone... I'm fine with people giving me advice. For instance, Ken, actually, a while ago, he gave me he kind of mentioned that my videos are often long. Yes. Like, I generally make longer videos than most people. And I do try to get better at it, but I'm just having fun with what I'm doing. And I know that it's not the best thing. And I know that I shouldn't put a video out that's 50 minutes long or something. But I do it anyway. But he told me as a piece of advice, he was like, it can sometimes be hard to keep up with watching the videos if they're too long. So he was just giving me a piece of advice. And I really appreciate that.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Because he was just looking out for me, kind of.
Yeah.
But this other person who left a comment on my video at one point, that was him like completely telling me off because he didn't get what he was expecting because it was a season 2 video.
Oh, I see.
You know, a series I started, and then he was like, oh, but it only takes 30 minutes to do this and that off camera. And I'm like, it's my time. I'm doing this for me. Yes, I do like to show my viewers games, and I do try to remember if people ask questions. I love answering them. I love that my videos can help other people, but I'm not doing this for them. Like, it's my thing. It's my channel. It's my passion. It's my, you know, if you like it, it's awesome. And I love when people tell me that they like my videos or they were helpful, or, you know, it makes it so much special, more special that someone is actually watching, of course. So it's not like I don't care, but I do get offended when someone comes on my video and tells me, oh, but you have to do things this way because that's what everybody else is doing. You know, and I didn't expect to find this in your video because I expected to find this. And I'm like, and then he's telling me that I'm doing things wrong because I'm not doing it the way he wants. And I'm like, I don't even know you. Like, if you don't like my videos, well, go and look.
Own,
There's like a million YouTubers out there. I'm sure you can find someone who does things the way you want. Like,
well, I didn't realize when I first said that I got everything into playlists. And instead of saying, oh, by the way, you've got your playlist set up wrong, you've got the last video first, someone just said, you've got your playlist the wrong way around, you idiot. I just thought that was, you know, I'm learning here, guys.
I think I've seen that comment, actually.
Yeah.
And that is so offensive if it's the one I'm thinking of. I was like, well, if anyone is an idiot here, it's you. Like the person commenting. Like, it's
just, crikey.
Like, something like that can really, you know, rub me the wrong way. Like, because I'm like, sometimes I love my subscribers. I love my viewers. I have the most amazing people and I value them so much. They bring me so much joy and happiness and smiles and laughters. And, you know, when I get this notification, there's certain people that have been with me for such a long time now. So when I get a notification on my channel and it says there's a comment from them, I'm like, oh, yes.
Oh,
you know,
nice.
Because I get so happy and I'm like, oh, yes.
Guys, come on, get on, comment on Yanni, tell you. She really, really likes.
Oh, I do, but I love it. I love it so much. It's not like I'm, you know, but there are negative experiences too, of course, in between all of this. And what I get really, what rubs me the wrong way is when people take for granted what I'm doing. Like, that I put out these videos. It's like they just expect that I'm doing it for them, that this is here for them. Like, I'm like, well, if it's entertaining for you, honestly, don't you usually pay for a movie too? Like, I know it might come off wrong when I say it like that, but I don't expect anyone to pay me for it. But I do expect that people don't just take it for granted. Like, they shouldn't just come on my channel and tell me, oh, but you have to do things this or that way because that's how I want it. And I'm like, well, I don't really care what you want. Like, I can really get like I said, like you said in the last video, I'm a redhead. And yes, I can have a temper, but I don't show it much. But there are certain things that can really rub me the wrong way. And it is when people take something for granted, because I don't do that myself. Like, I value so many things in life. Like, I value my subscribers, I value my viewers, I value every single little comment they leave and all these smiles that it brings me. But then when someone comes on my channel and they're like, oh, you have to do this, or, you know, tell me something bad, then I'm like, yeah, just go away. Go away, I don't care. You know, because I'm like, there's so many YouTubers out there. There's so many amazing, strange, funny, crazy. Like, there's so many YouTubers to go and explore. It's like an entire world of people.
True.
So of course you can find someone who makes content that fits your taste. So what's the point in going on someone's channel and telling them crap? Like, I don't get that. I never do. I don't get the dislike either. I don't get that, dislike. I've never ever left a dislike on a video. I would do that for that. Like, it has to be something very controversial, some controversial content, where some people do something really, really offensive if I should do that. But just because I don't like a video, I don't leave a dislike.
No.
I just move on. Or sometimes I will leave advice if it's like someone who's new to all of this stuff. I still feel like a newbie at all this YouTube stuff, but I do sometimes watch a video or a stream and I'm like, oh, but I think if you do this, you might attract more people, or, so I might leave, like a nice piece of advice, and I'm like, you can take it or leave it, kind of,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to tell you how to do things, but it might be beneficial for your channel or something, But I would never, ever, tell people off in the way that some people have done with me. I'm like, I get so angry to say it in a nice way.
I can tell.
Oh yeah,
at the moment,
I'm very passionate.
I'm digging my way down because I've often found that where you have.
Where did you go?
I'm right down underneath.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I've often found that where you have gravel, or you have earth, you often find that they are hiding ores. So if I come across gravel and earth, I do tend to dig them all out.
Where's all your torches? Like, how come you haven't put in any more torches? That's so unlike you.
That's because I've been digging it out. And I'm going to put in the torches when I
But you haven't even put torches up here. Bad, Ashantin, bad. Like, you could see if Tony or Dog came on here and saw this. Like, seriously.
Gosh, look, we're down at bedrock. Look.
Oh, yeah, that's far down. Oh.
We are right the way down here. I want to take that with me. I don't want to leave that there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But isn't it true, guys? You guys always tell me that I'm bad at this thing with the torches.
That's true. That's true. Right,
Ash gets all stressed out sometimes when she watches me do stuff because I forget the torches.
Well, it's just it turns it into creeper heaven if you're not.
But creepers are awesome, aren't they? Like, you love creepers. You can't help to run off and shoot at them when you see one.
Oh, that's because I don't want them around.
Oh, is that why? I thought you were just attracted to them.
Oh, Lord, no. What I really do, I cannot stop myself hunting Enderman. If I die to anything, it's normally an Enderman. But I just want the Ender pearls all the time. I really like Enderman. They're terribly dangerous because they hit you very hard. Enderman. I really like Enderman. And I think that the skeletons are incredibly elegant. They're very, very beautifully drawn. I can't wait for this next update. I think it should be quite fantastic.
Oh, for the aquatic one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And having had a look at it, it's really, I don't use the word often, but awesome.
Oh, no, it's not a word I hear you say a lot.
I think it's because too many people say it. It's awesome, it's awesome, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I made a terrible mistake once. I saw this, I was watching the Pocket Edition, because I started playing the Pocket Edition. I was watching a video on it, and there was this guy that I thought was, from his voice was pretty old. And he just kept saying the word awesome all the time. And I just put a comment and I left this whole, on his video, leaving this whole sort of suggested words he could use instead and saying, And the next thing I heard, his voice sounded as if he was about mid-30s. He was 14.
Oh.
And he's in a school in America. He was only 14. And because he was getting so much stick, he decided to just leave YouTube altogether and concentrate on something else.
Aww.
And I felt dire, and I sent him an apology saying I hadn't realized he was that young. And I'm sure half the problem was that nobody else realized he was that young, because his voice was so old for his age.
Yeah.
And I really was quite upset about a comment of mine upsetting someone. It wasn't just me. I think mine was pretty mild, but I think that
yeah, and I can't imagine you saying it in any other way than politely.
No, of course I was polite. I wouldn't dream of swearing at anyone or doing anything like that.
You're always polite, so I can't even imagine that at all.
I'm English.
I know, but even I have seen even like English people not being polite. They just have this special way of doing it or going about it. They're not as in your face as Americans can be, for instance.
Well, it was so funny because I was on I play a game called Vintage Server, and I'm playing single player. And one of the guys was saying that he didn't understand why I was playing single player. Why didn't I come on the server and play it? And I was saying, well, when I get to know a game, when I'm getting to know this game, it's a new game, and I find it very helpful to play single player survival. Not to play because I've played on servers. I know what happens. I come across as being a fairly helpless creature most of the time. And so if I say I need something, 10 blokes turn up with it. And I get thoroughly spoiled. So if I play single player survival, I know how hard the game is. And I have to work for everything I get. And he was arguing. And I just had enough of the argument, but being very polite in English, I didn't want to say something like, look, I've had enough of this, shut up,
Yeah.
So I just did the very English thing and just said, indeed. And any English person would have understood that that's it, I don't want to argue anymore. But I'd underestimated the fact that he obviously wasn't English. And he just didn't know that when an English person says to you, indeed, in a very frigid term.
I hope people don't take it that way when I say indeed. I say indeed just
no, you're not English.
No, because I say it just to be like agreeing.
English is a very tonal language. And people don't realize that it seems a very simple language, but often the tone in which you say something is what makes all the difference. And the tone is terribly important. So in English, if you want to, there are adverts where some girl is going on and on about someone else's mother and how wonderful she is. And her own mother's done it all for her. She just doesn't realize. And if I think you've done something well, I would probably say to you, oh, you've got 400 subs, Jenny, good for you, right? But if you say, oh, so-and-so's mother's done this, and she just says, oh, good for her. And it's an absolute slight difference in tone.
But I can hear the difference, yes, indeed.
Yeah, and it means good for her.
You're kind of being sarcastic, actually.
Oh, yes, very, very sarcastic.
We do that in Danish too, actually.
Do you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. So you understand, I didn't really, I know Norwegians, but not a lot of Danes. So.
Oh, we do sarcasm a lot here too, actually.
Do you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we do. Which is also why I say it makes a difference when you hear, when you know how a person speak and how they, their humor and things, because even when you're reading what they're writing, you have a fairly good idea of how they would say this, which can be harder when you're reading and writing with someone you don't know, because you don't. It's hard. You can't hear those things.
No, and it's also more difficult language.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very difficult to play with people who either are not as polite as you, because culturally, it's not that they're not polite people, it's just that the culture is different.
Oh yes.
And also, people come at things with different backgrounds. One guy who I now count as a friend, I was terrified of him to start with, because he was very straightforward and comes from a very sort of straightforward culture. Right, I've had enough of that. We're not finding diamonds.
No, not yet.
I've not found much.
It's actually funny that you mentioned that thing with Indeed, because I read that somewhere the other day.
Oh,
I don't remember where it was, but it was exactly what you said, that that Indeed would have a different meaning if it's a British person who says it, and if they say it with that tone, it's like,
oh yes,
yeah. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, I've only found some redstone so far.
Well, I found a bit of iron, redstone, and fortunately some lapis, which is always good.
Ooh, I found I think this leads into the other one you were doing. And of course I don't have a bucket of water with me, so I'm gonna leave this tunnel for you. Because I ended up with lava. Lava. Yep.
It's not good.
There we go. Oh my dear. We're just not having any luck here.
Or maybe we've not mined far enough.
That could be a thing too.
Yeah.
And well, you guys are gonna have to let us know, because most of you are very actually supportive about this and seem to enjoy when we're just chatting on, doing like stuff like this, which might not be the most interesting thing. But you will always just have to leave us some comments and let us know what you think. Like if you want to see this, or if you don't, or if you prefer to, that we just do some off-camera grinding and then, stick with exploring and combat and all the fun stuff. Though I find this fun, but not everyone finds it fun to watch other people just kind of mining. But so far we're getting very supportive comments about it, actually.
Yeah, I think if you're just mining sort of block after block after block and doing nothing but mining, I know that some of the bigger YouTubers, they do sort of ask me a question where people can ask them questions, and then they answer the questions when they mine. So it's a sort of question and answer mining. But I'm not sure I'm going to answer loads of questions. I'm not sure what people would ask. They would ask anything.
Yeah, if it's gonna be personal stuff, then it's you have to really
and the thing is, they do ask personal stuff. I mean, people. I mean, I've watched Vintage Beef do this, and most of it's okay, but it's not anything. Like, what is your first car, and what do you think of this, game? I suppose actually that you can select what questions you answer.
Yeah.
But I'm amazed at how much personal information they give out.
Yeah, well, I think it's very important that it's something that you have to make up with yourself, how much you're willing to share.
Yeah. But I mean, people are virtually following their love lives and stuff like that.
Oh, yes. I've seen that too.
And I remember that Vintage Beef split up with his girlfriend. And I mean, some of the stuff on Twitter, I'm shocked I was between the two of them, what they were putting on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
But I think it's how big of a part of your life that YouTube is.
Yes,
and then
if it's your total life, why not?
Yeah, because then the people and very often what happens is also, I've noticed that people find the people they find. If they find someone, it will be someone they find via YouTube, like either a fellow YouTuber, it might be a viewer or a subscriber, or a game developer or whatever, but someone, that they get to know online because you spend so much time online. So that's kind of the community and, the people that you spend time with. And when you spend that much time online, people start becoming your friends.
Oh, they do. But I have to say that the one that breaks my heart, there's a guy called BU4U who is a Minecraft player and a builder, very good builder. And he's well known for building, and he builds some stunning stuff. And he started doing videos. We've lived with him through being a single bloke to falling in love with his wife, getting married, and then through 2 children. And he's been making videos of all this. And they've had 2 children, and then the heartbreaking thing, they lost a 3rd child. I mean, listening to that video of him, it was just awful.
I think you shared that video. Or someone did, because I don't know him, but I watched that video. I think I know who you're talking about.
Know. Yeah, it was horrendous. And the good thing was that the whole community...
I found diamonds!
Oh, yay!
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Keep going.
I have a thought. Where are you? That's
in the last tunnel down here that I'm working on.
Excellent. Let's get some diamonds. We need it.
But you were talking about this guy, and I'm here.
Oh, here you are. Do you want the...
No, you can. No,
I'm going to come with you. Go on. There's the pickaxe. Do not use it for anything else.
Oh, no. Actually, I need to go and...
Oh, I see them. Come on. Lead me to the diamonds. I'll cut out round them, and then let's see how many we get. Well, we've got 2. Oh.
There's more? Nice.
Yeah. 4 blocks. Well, that would be 4 diamonds that we haven't got at the moment. 5, 6. Now, this is why you cut out round. Careful, Yanni. Don't stop. There's lava underneath.
Oh, I know. They won't, but they don't fall around corners like that. Well, I got 12 diamonds out of that, so we got an extra for half of them, actually.
That's fantastic.
I'm gonna go and put these back in storage.
Good idea.
I need to empty out my storage anyway.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about, what did you say he was called? Boo?
BU4U, B-dubs.
B-dubs, okay.
Yeah.
O-double-O, not O.
BU4U.
Yeah, okay, like 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it, as I said, it was absolutely heartbreaking. And it's ridiculous that you feel for someone so much, but that was an example of the entire community coming together and really, really supporting him. And doing, obviously he couldn't make videos when he was, in the middle of a personal crisis like that. But everyone was sort of coming together, raising funds for him, doing fundraisers and stuff like that, just to keep his family going, because he's the only breadwinner in the family and relies on it. And he's back in YouTube now. But my goodness, what a thing to happen. That's a very depressing note, isn't it? But we found some diamonds. Do you think we ought to take a cut here?
I think so too. And we found diamonds. We did find diamonds.
We found diamonds. Yay. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye, guys.